Hello, and welcome to Sunspiration. From the bottom of my heart, I want to wish you a happy new year and all the best for the year 2022. I'm excited about all the great and wonderful things God is going to do in our lives in this year. But I must tell you one thing, it's up to you to create the year that you want to see. It's the first month of the year, and as usual, every month I have a brand new theme here on Sunspiration. And if you're joining for the first time and wondering what is this Sunspiration all about, I want to say welcome to you, because I'm sure you're going to resolve that this year you will be joining me and watching these videos that I drop every Sunday. Sunspiration is inspiration from the Holy Bible. I am a speaker and a Christian, so every Sunday I go into the Bible. I dig deep and I study and I find an inspirational passage to fire you up for the week. I believe the Bible is a manual that was given when God created us, because we are like that machine. If I use the word machine, when you buy a product, you get a manual. And if you want to learn how to live on this earth that we have been put into, all the answers are in the Holy Bible. So there's no better place to find true inspiration like the Bible. So welcome to Sunspiration. Our theme for the month of January, which I'm so excited about because it's amazing that I've read the book of Genesis several times. I've heard several different stories, but one thing I love about the Bible is you can read it in different ways and it could mean something else to every person, depending on the time and the situation. And when I sit down and say to the Holy Spirit, show me what to talk about this week, and I'm always excited when I catch something new and I see it from a whole different perspective. We are all very familiar with the creation story. Now I'll take a step back here and say, I am a Christian. I believe in God as the creator of the universe, and that is the heavens and the earth. There are so many theories about the earth, but I have been a Christian all my life, and I've sat down and thought deeply and looked at all of them, and I can stand here and say authoritatively, God created the heavens and the earth. And that is my unshakable belief. Now back to the Holy Bible, talking about the creation. My focus is going to be on God creating the earth. So you might be watching this, or maybe you don't even believe in God. I want to say thank you for joining me. I want to say just stay with me and just at least take a lesson away. And keep watching Sunspiration. I'm sure sometime, at some point, you might begin to see the patterns and maybe you could be convicted. I'm going to continue now with our topic, which is the creation. Watching now, if you've been a Christian for a while, I've read the Bible several times, you might be thinking, the creation? There's nothing really new to talk about here. There's nothing really new to even look at the creation. I've read this several times. We've all read Genesis 1:1. It's one verse in which we quote every time. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. We all know it and we've spoken about it several times. But I want to give you just a short perspective to it, and hopefully you will get some inspiration as you start the year 2022. In the first part, it says, the earth was void. It was full of darkness and everything was scattered everywhere. So clearly from what the Bible is saying, there was disorder in the earth. And then when God came, he spoke. The first thing he did was he spoke and he said, let there be light. Now, before I get to the part where he said, let there be light, my first point for today was the fact that God spoke the earth. It is a new year. And whatever you want to achieve in the year 2022, the first thing you have to do is you have to declare it first. You have to say to yourself, this is the kind of year I'm going to have. You have to open your mouth and declare the year 2020 you're going to have. You can say it's going to be a great year. You can say it's going to be a successful year. You can say it's your year of completion. You can choose, but you have to name your year. The first thing God did was he spoke. Remember, I mentioned that the earth was void and full of darkness. It is a brand new year. Today is just the second day of the year 2022. You can say what you want to say about the year, but nobody has walked this path before. So it can look as if it's dark. It can look as if it's void. And that's where you begin to create your year by saying what you believe your year is going to be. So the first comes from your confession, what comes out of your mouth. Secondly, God said, let there be light. As I said earlier, we are not sure of what the year holds for us, but we know who holds our future and who holds the year for us, which is God. So if we go into his word and go with the patterns that he teaches us, next he said, let there be light. What does light do? Light opens up your eyes. It shows you a path to walk. So you're declaring to the year, let there be light, which is vision. Now you're able to see. You're about to sit down and look at your year. You have declared what kind of year you want to be. But now you have to visualize that year. You have to be able to see it. And that's where God said, let there be light. You know, when we say something like a light bulb moment, when you have a oh wow moment, that's when this light comes on in your mind, light comes on in your head. And most of the time, people, when you draw even a picture of someone that has caught a moment, they hold their hands up and they look up in the sky. They're looking towards somewhere. That's a vision. And they're looking because they're trying to see what they're trying to achieve. They're trying to see a picture of that light bulb moment that they caught. So the same way with 2022, God said, let there be light. And when he spoke light into being, that was the creation of the earth. And the third point is, remember, I'll take you back again. It says the earth was void and was full of darkness. Then God said, let there be light. And then God now separated the light from the darkness. So God created order. Now, what really is order, you might be saying? I'm sure you're familiar with all the videos and everything you've seen across social media platforms and everywhere about this year. You've seen different advertisements for different courses, vision board drawing, different things that are going on and planning for the year 2022. And that is what I will call order. How did God create order? He separated the day from the night. He said the light will be called day. And then he now says the darkness will be called night. He even separated the water. He said there's land and brought all the body water together and now set the seas. He created order. Because God could have said, let there be light. And then light could have just been all over the place. But he brought that order in. He said, light, you go that way. Darkness, you go that way. Water, you go that way. Land, you go that way. He created order because he's a God of order. So you have spoken into your year. You have visualized your year. The next thing is to pencil it down. Create the order. How you're going to achieve it. And that's what we call goals and the visions that you are actually going to create. That gives you that order. When you build that strategy, this is the goal that I want and this is how I'm going to do it. Whatever you're trying to achieve, there has to be order in that process. If there's no order, you are going to struggle because everything will be all over the place. Imagine if we had life in which you wake up in the morning, it's bright, and then 1 hour later it's dark, and then it's bright again, and then it's dark again. But you got to realize God created order. He separated everything. And that's what you need to do. So as you jump into the year, and as I continue in the month of January of this topic, the creation, as I break it down and inspire you through the month of January, this is just the introduction. It's amazing, as I said to you, looking at the creation, I'm quite surprised about the different things I'm finding in there. And I'm going to share that with you, and I'm sure you will be inspired. So I want to invite you to come with me on this journey right through this year as God fills my heart so I can inspire you every single month. Once again, I want to say Happy New Year to you and all the best for the year 2022. Remember, speak to your year. Tell your year what kind of year it's going to be. Then give light to it. That vision, look at it and say, this is what I want to see. Begin to see the year and finally create order. That's the goals and the plans, the path that's going to get you to that vision that you have created for 2022. Have a great year. I will see you every Sunday. Stay blessed and love you all.